Hello, welcome to DOREEN'S African Experiences. So basically we are moving on to the house, the boys' quarters. In this video I'm going to show you a few things, starting from the foundation of the boys' quarter, the material we used, the measurements, the cost, how long it took, a few things I discovered along the way. And I'm also going to show you, on top of the things I discovered, I'm going to show you a few tricks that I came across, every day. Like I said last time, every day we learn. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, let's be kind, guys. Let's just be kind, a lot of us, people from down here, we don't take certain things seriously, things like body shaming. You go after someone and tell them you're fat. How is that person supposed to feel? Let me tell you something. There is better ways to tell someone they are gaining weight, and before you go after someone telling them how fat they are, find out what are they doing first to fix that situation. Because yes, it is kind of you to remind someone that they've grown fat or they're putting on weight, yes, but did it occur to you to first ask or find out how someone is living their life, what they're doing? For example, you could say this person is going to gym, like let's say 3 times a week to gym. Find out what this person is doing in the gym, if they've been going for a long time and nothing is changing. Make suggestions. You understand? Don't just attack somebody and say, oh my goodness, you're fat. Are you serious? Like I said, Africans in general, especially most of us who are living down here and we've grown up down here, we have a tendency of body shaming. We don't even understand the consequences, how this affects the person, how this makes somebody feel. Find out what this person is doing about their situation first, you understand, and then gently make suggestions if this person seeks them. But until somebody comes to you to ask for your opinion about their physical appearance, please do not give your 2 cents. Don't give somebody your opinion about how you think they should look, how you think they should dress, how they should walk, how they should eat. These are grown people. You didn't raise them, Some of you go ahead to even body shame kids. A child, are you serious? You call someone's child ugly, too dark. Are you serious? What is wrong with you people? How would you feel if someone looked at your body and picked out something about you that you are maybe insecure about, or you were not even aware was wrong about you according to their standards? How would you feel? You can pretend, oh, I'm brave, I don't care, but at the end of the day, this stings. It stings. You people seek people's permissions first before you impose your opinions onto their lives. How someone does something. You people, if you stood into the person's shoes, chances are very high you won't be surviving a fucking day. I'm sorry for cussing. I'm just upset. People are feeling the need to tell you, why is your hair like that? It's my hair. I will do with it as I please. Oh, why aren't you plaiting a wig? Oh, why aren't you wearing a weave? I choose to be like this because that's what I want. And the people that love me in my life don't actually impose these things on me. They love me because I am me. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm not trying to be like anybody. I'm trying to be myself. Let's respect those boundaries, people. I ain't that close with anybody to the extent of anyone attacking me about my hair, about my weight. Oh, no. I'm not that close with any of you. No offense though, I appreciate the following, I appreciate the likes, subscribe, I appreciate all these things. But let's respect certain things. Stop coming up after people and making them feel insecure, even if they don't feel insecure. But shit, the mere fact that you bring something up, you know, some of you are very toxic, and you're trying to, you know, push that negativity towards people. You're not confident in your own skin, you're not comfortable with who you are, and you're trying to push everybody else. Oh, put on so much makeup. Oh, you have to wear a wig in order to appear female. I'm female. To me, I feel female enough. I'm not struggling to be female. You know, I could wake up in the morning and say, let me put on the long nails. Oh, let me plait a wig. I've never gone against anyone or after anyone and say, oh, you're ugly for wearing makeup. No, that's their personal choice with their body. Let's respect people's boundaries, except especially women. We need to respect women enough to give them that space. Thank you. So I'm going to start by reminding you a few things you need before you build. Number one, you need to have water on site, or at least near the site. You need to know how much material or equipment you need in terms of sand, cement, you know, the lake sand and the plaster sand. You need to know what you're going to do on the house, what you can afford to do within that particular time. So you should be prepared. You should know, at least have an idea of how many days of labor it will take for the job to get done. Of course, without, you know, saying you need wheelbarrows, you need spades, you need spirit levels, you need tape measures. And if you're going to have these guys stay, you need to prepare a place for them. And if you've contracted them, then they can or have to get a place for themselves. You need to know your food plan for them. You know, you need to know all these things. You need to put them down on paper so that you know, you need a square. Now, away from that, the other things that you should know when you're going to build a house, there is a step that back in the day when I was starting out this construction site, I mentioned it. Maybe I didn't go into detail. You see what these guys are doing right now? They're trying to sit the boys' quarter down from the house plan. So basically, if you know how to read a house plan, it's quite simple. You have to get these sticks, the short ones. You need to get some, it could be string, or it could be any kind of string that you prefer, but there is one that we prefer. Now, you have to have a surveyor's tape. If you don't have a surveyor's tape, you could have a bit of a hard time, because anyway, you can use the other small tape measure because it goes up to 50 meters. Sorry, is it 50? 5 meters. 5 meters is very short. You definitely need surveyor's tape. Now, sitting the house is basically reading the measurements of the plan and putting them on ground. They have to be exact, according to the plan. And you have to be able to get the square of the house. The square is mostly what people call level. If your house doesn't have level, it could be very problematic for you. When you're constructing, even after the house is done. You've seen a bunch of houses where the house doesn't look all right. And even if you look, because there is houses that are designed like that, to bend or to turn around or something, depending on the architect. But there is houses that are not meant to look like that, and that can affect your house in the longer run, because the earth is constantly moving. Now, if the earth is constantly moving, it means your house could fall victim if you didn't have the level of the house right. Yeah, the other thing, you need the DPC before you build, before you pour concrete. It's important. I think one of the main reasons you need the DPC is because the DPC is that black polythene, the thick one. It helps the water to, the ground produces water, whether you've compressed it or not. Now, when there is water in the ground all the time, it means the water can come above ground. So somehow, this DPC retains or makes sure that the water doesn't get to the concrete that you've poured. And that helps protect your house. It also limits the coldness in your house. Yes, it's very important. You see, patience is key. Some people, when they're constructing, they'll say, we're not going to put the DPC, we're just going to pour the concrete. Yes, the concrete can even dry within that same day, and curing is easier. But in the future, yeah, you've been to houses that are cold, really, really, really cold, you know, and they're not in cold countries, but the house itself is just cold. Sometimes that could be one of the reasons. There is many reasons for that, but that could be one of them. The other could be lightness of walls. It's many reasons. So yeah, and also when you're building the DPC, so you see what they're doing right now. They divided the rooms according to measurements. The rooms that's in here, they put the DPC where they're supposed to build. Yeah, you don't have to put it after the concrete. You don't have to put it everywhere. So the other thing is when you're digging your foundation, ideally, it could be you dig up to the red soil, depending on which country you are. Now, there are some people who are living in environments and countries where the soil is already red. They don't have the black top soil. Now, that could be an advantage for them because these people don't have to dig deep to build. Yeah, you just have to dig deep enough so that your house is not on the surface. Yeah, it could be very disastrous in case of a storm, a heavy storm, floods, what. Your house doesn't have strong base. So nonetheless, you still have to dig deep, maybe to 1 meter, 1.5, depending. And you must have level. It's imperative that you have level. You use a square. They use a square to get the level of the house. Yeah. So it's very imperative. Now, this house was supposed to be constructed in 3 days. Yes, so in 2 days we were done we were left with about 4 courses to the ring beam, and the blocks got done. The blocks were well calculated, but we added an extension to the boys' quarter to put an outside store because we needed it. Later, we discovered that we needed it. It's also something that you can do even when you're building your house and your plan says otherwise. You could make a few changes on ground because sometimes when you draw the plan, certain things are not coming up to your mind. You think you're ready, but when you're on ground, you can make adjustments. Yes? So yeah. We did that in 2 days, and the third day we couldn't because the blocks were done. So in the next video, I'll show you we made more blocks. Yes, remember the beginning? We made a few more blocks, and then we raised it up to the ring beam, and then we roofed it, and then we plastered. I'll show you all these things. But it was smooth. It was a bit easier because this time it comes with more experience. It comes easier. If things are easier, the weather was perfect this time. There wasn't any rain. You can build, but ideally you should build in a dry season. And I'm sorry I came off strong, but that's how I feel. And I don't know how to be fake. I just know how to be me. And that's me. You get me. You're not going to get me pretending to be anything else. I don't know how to pretend, If I wake up and I feel like shooting a video in the field, I'm going to look like that because that's me. That's how I feel, and I'm in the mood to do it. I don't know how to pretend to be anything I'm not. And I know so many people that feel the same way. They don't know how to pretend to be what you people want them to be, I advise you, every time you see somebody, and you feel like they're not up to your standards, do exactly what you would want those people to do. Do it for yourself, Do it for yourself. You want someone to put on a wig, please go put on a wig. Let the person be, Unless that person comes to you and seeks your advice, I really advise that you don't give it. You don't give it unless someone asks for it. You don't want to be imposing in people's lives. You make people miserable. You make people uncomfortable. You make people lose their self-confidence, and that's not good, because we're out here to build African people's confidence. We're out here to boost their confidence. We're out here to remind them of how beautiful their skin is, of how beautiful their hair is, because I have a 4C type of hair. You will go blow dry in a few minutes, it's going to go down and curl again. That's the type of hair, and I'm proud of it, and I'm happy with it. You know, I'm not blonde, I'm not curly, I'm not anything. I'm black, and I'm proud, and I'm happy. So let's be comfortable, let's be confident, let's empower people, you know, because if you're unhappy within, you can't do so much with your life. You lose your self-confidence, you lose your self-worth, and you're taking all these things away from yourself by yourself on your own. People, let's be kind, let's be nice. Not everyone has to look like a magazine girl to suit you, your interests, you know. Keep looking for that type of person that you want. Stop trying to change people. Let people change themselves, I beg of you. And now please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Yes, subscribe, like and share. I appreciate those that watch me. I appreciate those that listen to me, you know. This world is a jungle. We must either grow together or perish together. You know, divided we fall. We really will fall even farther than we've already fallen, especially as African people. We keep falling, so many reasons, you know. But you must know, until you love one another and support one another, we're not going anywhere. We're not going to grow. We're not going to develop. We're just going to be out here toxic people, you know, not wishing others well, demoralizing each other, you know, making each other feel so shitty and worthless and so bad. That's not how Africa should be. We should all be proud and happy together in harmony, you know. I know it's overreaching, but that's the goal. That's the goal, you know. And I know my video is done, but also those people that have employees, please pay your employees. Pay them. Pay people. You know, you want your services, you want your business to grow bigger, you want your organization, your company to go places. Pay the people that work for you, especially a fair wage. Stop this business of taking advantage of your fellow people, especially African people. What's going on? You don't like paying people. People be complaining to me. I'll talk about that in my next video, but you people must learn to pay your employees, you know. Thank you.